Candidates for State Senator, District 16. Taylor Kirby. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website listed. It has been my great privilege to serve on the Casa Grande Union High School Governing Board, starting in 2020, where I have advocated for teachers and students. In this time, I have worked with talented and dedicated staff who are passionate about student success. However, our legislature has continued to not give schools the resources they need to be successful. As a father, I have grown increasingly concerned for my daughters who are growing up in underfunded Casa Grande schools. Our legislature must address the issue of education and work to move democracy forward. We must make voting more accessible and work across the aisle to solve our state's toughest challenges. When elected, I will be a strong advocate for our children's education and diligently fight to protect democracy for their generation. Thomas T.J. Shope. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.tjshope.com. This election is critical for Arizona. Each voter must ask themselves, who will best represent me in the state Senate? T.J. Shope has a distinguished record of standing up for the people he represents. T.J. Shope knows the issues very well and has fought for and delivered for his constituents. T.J. Shope also fought for policies that helped bring desperately needed jobs to our area, such as Lucid and Nikola Motors. For many years, T.J. Shope has been a leading advocate for safe neighborhoods and has worked to provide law enforcement with the tools and the funding they need to get the job done and keep criminals off our streets. T.J. Shope was instrumental in the forming of the Arizona DPS Border Strike Force and continues to fight for what it needs to keep our border secure. T.J. Shope knows parents should be the ones to determine the best education for their children and has fought to give you, as a parent, the biggest voice. Your vote for T.J. Shope for State Senate will ensure that we keep an honest leader who is a real friend of the people and unafraid to fight for you. More information available at www.tjshope.com. Candidates for State Representative, District 16. Rob Huddleston. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website listed. I have been married 28 years with 7 children, and as a family man, I see a desperate need for Christian leadership in our nation. The Republican Party platform is exceptional because it is biblical. I am pro-life because of Psalms 139, verse 13. I am pro-Second Amendment because of Luke 22:36. The government should be limited and under God, Romans 13. Parents, not the government, are responsible for their children's education and should have school choices, Ephesians 6, 1 through 4. Welfare programs and safety nets start with the family and the church, 1 Timothy 5. Marriage is between one man and one woman, Matthew 19, 4 through 6. Governments should not attempt to supplant God, Psalms 33:12. The Constitution is built upon the principle that men are fallen, and when given the opportunity to rule over other men, they will be tempted to tyrannize them. Federalist number 51, Madison. Therefore, the Constitution should be understood as a timeless document to be interpreted as the founders intended it. America should be energy independent and accountable to God, not Marxists. Deuteronomy 28, 10 through 14. What the left fears most is when the people of God base their arguments upon the timeless truth found in the scriptures. Matthew 7, 24 through 29. Teresa Martinez. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, Martinez for Arizona.com. After working for 20 years to get Republican candidates elected and working in their official offices, I am blessed to have the opportunity to serve my community. My priorities as Arizona representative include protecting local businesses, developing the economy in face of inflation, and helping to bring high-paying jobs to her district. Transportation infrastructure is an important point of focus, especially as it pertains to the I-10 expansion between Casa Grande and Chandler, as well as improvements on State Route 347 and 238 for the town of Maricopa. I will support legislation that makes our schools and our communities safer. I support law enforcement and the adequate funding they require to do their jobs effectively. My other priorities include school choice and empowering parents, election integrity, preserving rural communities, protecting our Second Amendment, and water. Keith Seaman, Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.keithseaman.com. Seaman, the number 4, house, the number 16.com. Keith supports entrepreneurship within Arizona and believes that local businesses are the lifeblood of rural communities. He believes in the transformative power of education to elevate people's fortunes, regardless of if that education takes place in a university, on the job, or in a trade school. Keith believes in listening to the concerns of others, and if elected, Keith will fight for Arizona students and community.